What is going on out there, peeps? All right, let's get into the gold, silver, crypto market as well as a lot of other crap that's going on. And I mean a lot. For quite a while now, I've been talking about a possible economic crash. The governments, and I said with the S, can only mess around and manipulate the markets everywhere for so long. And then it's just, there's nothing more you could do. The more I see what's going on, the more I realize that these so-called governments around the world, they're not really governments. They're all connected together, obviously. And for the vast majority of them are controlled by our country here in the United States. You can see all the same steps that they're taking are ones that we're taking here. They have been trying to prop up this piece of shit of a system, a monetary system that's out there, to try to convince us to keep pushing our money into this failed system. And people are doing it. You're about to lose everything if you are not set up right. And I'm going to show you. We're going to get into that. You should be in precious metals. Speaking of, if you're thinking about buying some precious metals, give a consideration to our friends over there who won the best overall award from Investopedia. That's right, Money Metals. The link is down in the description. If you are a first-time buyer from Puerto Rico or the United States and you spend more than $100, use promo code Pimpy. Now is the time, people. PIMPY to get your free ½ ounce of silver. Now I'm going to show you a picture of somebody who took everything that I was talking about to heart. Oh my God, when I saw this, I damn near needed a towel. I was like, I was making an O face for some of you will get that, what movies they're from. What do we got here? We see the Vietnam Dong there, but not only that, I see a little sexy, what is that, a BB gun you got in the background there? No, let's focus on what we see here. That looks like could be a 5 ounce Canadian coin right there in the front, that big boy. You got the 1 ounce coin surrounder in it. Look at right there, that little tiny pyramid of 1 ounce gold bars, probably each of them around $1,800 as a round number. So you do the math after you count them. Right behind that pile there, we're probably looking at, I'm going to guess that these are 10 ounce bars is what it looks like. So you can look at how many 10 ounce bars they got. If we go on further to the back there, this might be kilo bars. The next three in the back are kilo bars, and then you get into, this might be the 100 ounce bars in the back. Now, I got a lot of 100 ounce bars, but this dang near, look at it. This is sexy. This is real sexy. This person right here is set up for reals. I ain't gonna lie, I'm a little bit jealous, just a little bit. That's what I'm talking about when it comes to stacking precious metals. Nice pile there. I don't want to see it by name because I don't need everybody focusing on you and coming to hunt you down. Just kidding. Set up. Look at this. You even got the Vietnam Dong in here. But here's the thing. Man, this is a beautiful stack, guys. All right, now I get it. Some of you can't do it like this. Some of you probably got this little one like this. It doesn't matter. Trust me. You want to keep doing it as much as possible. Monica, if you're listening, I was texting the other day. I'm curious how you and the kids are doing. I wonder how far along they are. Because last I think I heard you guys were at 124 ounces. So I'm just curious where you are. I'm just being nosy. Please reach out to me. I'm curious where you are. Nonetheless, this is a beautiful stack of just precious metals. Man, it's awesome the way it looks. Anyways, I thought I would share that with you guys. You know, we got Pimpy's Investment Chat, same name as the YouTube channel. Over here, we do talk about gold, silver, cryptocurrencies, as well as foreign currency investments. And now that company, My Daily, which a ton of you are moving to. I told you there's a way to sign up for free. And you can start supplementing your income. Or this could be your only income. And a lot of you don't have a job and you jumped all over this. And we're going to make sure that you're set up so that you're successful all the way around. Let's get into the craziness right now because you guys have no idea what's going on. Well, some of you might know, but you don't know. See, these markets is going to get worse. It's tanking. This is the time. Remember I told you it's going to crash coming up? I don't care what they think they're going to do to try to save this. We might be at the point of no return. They're trying to smash down gold. And they're trying to do the same thing to silver. Silver's not budging. We're going to get into what's going on here in just a second. I am now taking out all of my money. This is me. I can't give you any financial advice. I'm not a licensed, a financial advisor. I'm not a lawyer. This is just me telling you what I'm going to do. What I see happening right now on the market should scare the bejeebus out of you if you know what you're looking at. Now, having said that, that doesn't mean that cryptos aren't going to shoot back up. It's just I don't trust what I'm seeing. We're going to get into that here in just a second. When I show you, you'll see why. So most likely today, I'm going to go ahead and just take whatever I have in my cryptocurrencies, jump on over to Money Metals and just use all the money that I have in my account to purchase precious metals. The reason for that is you don't have to sell your cryptocurrencies and then buy precious metals if that's what you want to do. You can actually use the cryptocurrencies to buy precious metals. This is where silver is teetering in real time from Kikos. See that? They got it around 27.40. Again, I would just sit in and watch this thing like a stalker. You can see where it was up there in the 27.80s. Look at every chance it has to run. This is above 28. Every chance that it has to really take off, they just kept smashing it down. I don't believe at all that this was the natural flow of the value of silver. It was being held down, in my opinion. Okay, you can see, then all of a sudden it goes right back up. They're having a hard time keeping this beach ball underwater. Remember that, beach ball underwater. For those of you holding precious metals, I think we might be at that time that we've been talking about. Now, don't be fooled by what you see on the market. I told you I don't give a crap if they take gold and silver down to $1 an ounce. Don't sell. Hold tight. Buy more, in my opinion. Zero Hedge has some very interesting things that you should be aware of. Now, yesterday there was a magical power outage that affected all the systems that transfer money from the Federal Reserve. Do tell. Talk about timing. The power outage happened right after they had released, I believe it was the M1 report. It's a money report. And now they're talking about how they're going to change how that report is sent out to the public. In other words, we're going to manipulate. We need to lie. We can't have everybody panicking at once. Panic. For those of you who have you've been dragging ass, has not even considered transferring over your IRAs or your 401ks to precious metals. Look, you don't even have to do the full amount. I had suggested to you as a way to protect yourself from what the hell is going on. Look. That's not a lot. That's a small percentage. But there's reason to believe that they might try to artificially pump this sucker for one last run. But we're starting to think that maybe we are at a point there is no saving. I'll show you what I'm talking about. It says Down Detector reports customers of, listen to this, E-Trade, TD Ameritrade, Charles Schwab, Robinhood, and Fidelity are magically experiencing outages and issues 30 minutes into the U.S. cash session on Thursday. You know what it is? They're trying to figure out how to stop you from running to get your money while they take it from you. Bank bail-in, stuff like that. I told you I don't trust anything in paper right now, and I don't trust the banks. What I have in my safe is 6 months worth of expenses plus 10%. Everything else is in precious metals, period. Wasn't exaggerating. I walk the walk. I don't just talk the talk. For those of you who are going, well, I have a lot of money, Pimpy. That's why you should talk to Money Metals. They have a vault. It's very secured. As a matter of fact, the sheriffs happen to just magically be rented office space out in front of it. So how much more Can you feel safe about where your holdings are? And they don't mix the inventory that they sell to the public with that their clients hold. They keep them separate. That's a biggie, because we have idiots out there like the comics who turn around and they have the holdings, but they also sell more than they have, which is bad, because eventually what happens is if you're not physically holding on to your own stash, then there's a saying that you don't own it. I don't trust the comics, but the people I do 100% trust is Money Metals. They're a family-owned business. It's not like they're as big as the comics who's having to answer to, some of the biggest bankers in the world, as well as, a lot of governments. So magically, all of a sudden, all the platforms on which you could do your trading for stocks, bonds, ETFs, and cryptocurrencies. What did I tell you? If the power goes out, yeah, you can't get on these platforms to get your money back. And by the time it drops and you're like, I try to get into whatever platform I was on so I could sell at like 9 o'clock in the morning on a Monday. I couldn't get into it for 2 days. And then when I got in there, the markets had crashed and I lost all my money. I'm going to sue. And they're going to go, yeah, you and a million other people. Congratulations, you're in a class action suit that's going to take months, maybe years. But meanwhile, where is all your funds? Keep in mind, they're about to push us into 100% digital currency. Do you want that to happen? I don't think so. These people don't like you. They never did. Okay? So look at these right here. You can see E-Trade's outages were detected amongst the crash session. Notice how all these things magically happen one after another. The market is crashing. The money reports are being manipulated. As soon as the money report came out, all of a sudden, the Fed can't transfer out any money. These platforms all of a sudden can't send out, they have power outages. They're not even in the same freaking territory. And they're saying, we had a power outage at the Federal Reserve. Magically just there, as well as, go figure out, are E-Trade platforms and other trade platforms. I'm just bringing this to your attention so you go, wow, wait a minute here. Wait a minute. What am I looking at here? Power outages. This is why you shouldn't go 100% digital currencies, such as cryptocurrencies. Once your power is out, and it's out for how long while they're cleaning you out? I'm going, wow. Thank God I didn't have my money in the bank. Thank God I got mine in precious metals. How's your cryptocurrency coming along for you? What? It's not there? Well, at least you have a class action suit. Unless these corrupt politicians pass some kind of law to change it. We'll see. Look at all the power outages. E-Trade outage map. So how is it that they specifically have a power outages in these platforms? Ameritrade. So if their power outages happen, look at Ameritrade. Well, magically, they have a power outage. You ever notice that the power outages, or have you figured out yet that they're just specifically where they're located and nowhere else? Yeah. That's a problem if you have your money on these things. So who are they blaming for all this kind of stuff, by the way? The resurgence of the bullish sentiment towards the WSB short squeeze favorites begin Wednesday afternoon with GameStop doubling in minutes. They're going to try to scare the shit out of people. People are going to lose their money. You're going to see all this panic. You know what they're going to do? Go, well, it's the GameStop people's fault. Get them! That's what they're going to try to say. No, these people have found and are exploiting a weakness in the system, a weakness that is created by the illegal manipulation of these hedge funds and bankers. Thoughts and prayers out to those individuals who put this idea together and are helping out the little people. You're doing great things. What is this here? CTAs. What? CTAs selling off bonds has gone so relentless, it's a little unnatural. Yeah. Why? Why are people selling off bonds? Why do you suppose? There's a disaster in the bond market. I think I said this about almost a little over, not quite a year ago. Maybe more like 9 months ago. When I was first really getting into talking more and more about precious metals. I knew a lot of stuff, but I just kept it to myself. I said people are not paying attention. There's all kinds of bubbles. Not like you have back in the days you had the .com bubble, then you had the housing bubble. I said there's a much, much, much bigger one. In my the Hidden Things Are Front of Your Eyes Facebook group, I was telling people back in 2018, the shit's about to hit the fan. There isn't just one bubble. There are several bubbles. But the one bubble that you should be paying attention to that should scare the crap out of you is the bond bubble. If that sucker breaks, pops, whatever, all hell's breaking loose. And it appears that it has popped, and now we're magically having power outages. People are changing their perspectives. More and more people are grabbing precious metals. You know what I mean? They're all like, start grabbing and storing. Start panicking. It looks like we are there. It says yesterday when looking at the latest CTA positioning, we said that the CTAs are the most short treasuries since 2018 and getting shorter, warning that we could see a massive flush if and when the 10-year broke above 1.5%. Well, one look at the 5-year future today, and it looks like we are right. Yeah. This is how much was in the bonds. It's dropping. Making matters worse, the CMA today reported that the Ultra 10-year note and 30-year bond futures broke volume records back in February 23rd, way back about 2 days ago. At the U.S. Treasury route paused before resuming the next few days. Look at this. You notice how they do this? This crap should piss people off. Right when everybody's dumping and people should be warned about what's coming, they lie to your face. They put out these damn news people out there saying, hey, no problem, while they do crap to manipulate the market to keep it afloat. And they personally are finding ways to protect their own wealth. Don't fall for that. You guys should be in precious metals. Look, when it comes to IRAs or your 401ks, no one's suggesting you put the full amount in there. Well, I was suggesting it. But what I'm saying to you is, look, you don't have to believe it, all this stuff. You can just go, that's fake news. Okay, fine. At least you should be smart enough to put at least a portion, 25%, 30% of your holdings into precious metals just to be safe. Because if this paper market crashes, you get nada. Back in 2008, people lost their entire savings accounts, their retirement accounts, 401ks, gone. Guess what's going to happen? Again. Do what you need to do to protect yourself. Making matters worse, the CME today reported that the Ultra, we did that already. And it was to say the Treasury route paused before resuming the next 2 days, meaning that real money is now also aggressively selling rates. So in an attempt to assess what may happen next, which as we said earlier this May, required a full-blown Fed intervention should this sell-off accelerate. There's people are getting the hell out, man. They have no faith in our economy. When I was telling you guys, for those of you who have those foreign currency investments, and you guys keep waiting for this RI and RV, I'm like, well, there are other things to watch for, such as our dollar crashing. Yeah. Said the feds really need to make an announcement here. What is going on in TSYs is not normal. These are Treasury notes. It says we gave the mic to a man who originally warned that a 1.5% or 1.50% level would be catalytic for the market. Numeric quant Messina Takada, who today confirmed that selling of global government bond futures by trending following CTAs has rightfully been cited as one of the causes of the steep rise in yields, adding that the CTAs aggressively net short positions in major government bond future markets is now at the 85th percentile based on the data since 2009. And that means you have to trust that what's being reported is accurate. Whenever they show you a number, imagine it's a little bit more. It says, which the further to the short side the CTAs have been since 2018, while this is not really news, and what is first flagged by JP Morgan 2 days ago, it is still remarkable testament to how ugly things can get very quickly once momentum reverses, and I think we're there. Anyways, I'll leave a link for these so you can come back here and see what they're talking about in here. But again, these are some warning signs. You know, like pretend that your money that you've been saving up in your retirement accounts, your banking accounts, you got it all in your backpack, and you're about to carry it and you're about to run for your life. Once that starting pistol goes off, behind you is going to be the government, regulations, bank bail-ins, stock market crashes, power outages, cryptocurrency crashes. And as you run with your backpack full of all your money, if you have any of your money that's in your backpack invested in those things, will be gone. Those of you holding on to precious metals, your backpack might be much heavier, but guess what? None of those people are going to be able to reach in there and get that from you. So we are now at the starting blocks is what this is. Ladies and gentlemen, start your marks. We're about to get the then it's on. Anyways, let's go over here and just listen a little bit about what you're seeing happening on the precious metals market, because they try to tell you that, hey buddy, everything is okay. No, it's not. No, it's not. We were waiting for the 24th of this month to come in so we can start seeing what's going on in the comics. Yeah, this is when contracts start coming due and people start wondering whether or not they should continue to hold paper and trust that their physical silver or gold are still there by the time the contract comes due again. If you have no faith in the market, you start taking physical delivery of your precious metals. So when we told you out there in the silver squeeze, keep grabbing as much of the silver off the market as possible, it was being effective. It still is being effective. So keep doing it. Don't listen to what they're saying out there. Once you listen to this gentleman here, he's over there at Gold Silver Pros. I'll leave a link so you can come check this out. Listen what he's going to show you on these graphs. Go ahead, talk.
All right, guys, we should be live. I'm going to make sure I got my sound set up correctly. We don't get interference from the stream. I think we got it. So, guys, I am back on the channel after a long absence, as you can tell. And we had a snowpocalypse here in Texas recently due to just Arctic weather coming down to Texas. Really slammed us, took away power, burst pipes, the whole 9 yards. So I haven't been producing content this week. I've been dealing with all sorts of stuff at the house and traveling back and forth in the ridiculous ice between Dallas and some other locations, trying to help people out. We had to stay at a hotel, and then at the hotel, there was a lady with a 4-month-old that we didn't have power at the hotel. The power went out at the hotel. They didn't have the right amount of food, so it was just a complete mess. So I had to focus on things around the house and take care of business and take care of my neighbors and my friends and family. And that's why I haven't been posting for the last week. But we're back, and this is going to be a really action-packed episode. I've got an absolute crap ton of information going on in the precious metals markets right now. I really have to thank my subscribers and readers and listeners, because they've been sending me a ton of information that they've been researching, a lot of which is we're going to be talking about.
Get into this.
So essentially, what we're seeing on silver is not a lot of volume. If we look at the silver chart, there's not a ton of volume here in February. Mm-hmm. There is a lot of open interest for March, and it's building up in May for silver. So we're starting to roll those contracts from March to May, which is normal because they're futures positions. And so we have seen actually a little bit of deliveries in silver, but wait until you see the deliveries we've had in February for gold. It's really going to shock you. It's like it was last summer. So we're going to.
So although it doesn't look like so far, we're not done yet. There are some people taking physical possession of silver. There's more people taking physical possession of gold. That's why you're seeing them smack the volume down. I mean, in my opinion, smacking down the value. That is the market value. Keep in mind what you see on the stock market. When I show you guys the spot price, that's paper value. That's not real value.
Concentrate on a few things, but I want to look at some of the settlement data for silver. So silver has done pretty well. It's trading about 27 bucks or so, give or take, on the market. And what we're seeing here is we're seeing for the March contract, 96,000 contracts close at 27.25. That's Friday's data. We don't have Monday's data, obviously. So not in that week. 27.07 from Thursday's data. 27.31 from Wednesday's data, and Tuesday 27.32. So the price has steadily been coming down. People have been bearish overall on silver, and that's why you've seen the price come down a little bit, but not too much. That's on the settlements of the futures contracts. But what?
No, I don't think they're being bearish. They're being bullish. Nobody's selling. People are buying.
What's most interesting in silver is most of the deliveries have been through the EFP. So as we look at the EFP numbers, we're going to look at Friday's data. We have 2,105 contracts settling via EFP, exchange for futures. That's what that means, and it's usually going over to the London market. You're taking a COMEX futures position, going over to the London market and getting exposure to the silver there, or taking.
Remember, the London market was saying that they are running out of silver.
Delivery there off the OTC, assuming you can get it. There was 1,028 of those EFPs from last Thursday. Last Wednesday, there was 909. That was a relatively small number. On Tuesday, there were 1,450 EFPs. I'm going to go a little bit quick here because there's a lot of data we're going over today. And there were 296 on Friday. So a fair amount of deliveries actually going through the EFP to the London market, and not being delivered on COMEX itself. And that's something we have been seeing here for quite some time. Here we go. Here's the delivery report. So I wanted to show you the month-to-date delivery notice. So we're going to go to silver, which I believe is usually at the bottom. That's platinum. Let's scroll up to COMEX 5,000 silver futures. So far, the silver futures we've had deliver actually on the COMEX for this month is only 2,103 contracts. And we've seen more than that through the EFP mechanism. In fact, there were 2,105. Last Friday alone, 2,105 contracts went through to the London market, while for the total month in silver, let me get back to the report, but the total month in silver on the COMEX only 2,103. So one day last week, there was more delivery through the London market than there was on the COMEX. That tells you there's not a lot of physical delivery going on in the COMEX, and I think it's probably because they don't have a lot of liquid metal, despite what their numbers say.
Yeah. I remember at one time they were threatening people that if you try to take physical possession of your precious metals, they were going to blacklist you. You see, these types of facilities, these types of people that are in the bullion banking, these people should not be doing, this should be illegal. But of course, since the government and the politicians and the bankers and the media are all bed buddies, they don't give a shit about you. These people don't like you. They never did. So this is what they do. They protect their own. What we should be doing is, as people are becoming more and more woke and you're getting educated on this stuff, you start to see this, you go, wait a minute. What the hell are these people doing? Been doing is more like it. We're just now becoming more and more aware of it. They should not be able to, at a drop of a switch, change rules, laws, and violate laws to protect the super wealthy while screwing over the super poor.
Now we're going to switch over and look at gold here real quick, and you're going to see some very interesting stuff in gold. And let me go back and make sure that we're getting good sound. We're getting good sound. We're getting everything good. All right, so we're going to continue with the stream. No technical difficulties today. It's a different thing in gold. So gold has been different than silver on the COMEX. What we've seen in gold is just tremendous volume. Look at this volume spike the last 4 trading days from the 16th to the 19th. Tons of volume. So let's look at the settlements for those last 4 days and see what they're telling us. So on Friday, we had a lot of settlement for the April contract at 1777. On Thursday, we had a lot of settlement for 1775. On Wednesday,
see that estimated volume that he's showing you?
we had settlement for 1772. And on Tuesday, a settlement for $17.99. So it's been range bound in that $17.70 to $17.99 range. But it's all, I mean, look at 356,000 contracts that brought gold down below 1,800 last Tuesday.
This is what they do. They'll super pump up. I told you guys there's a trend that happens when it comes to precious metals that's related to the markets, the paper crap. That is, all of a sudden they'll keep artificially pumping the values of more riskier investments like stocks and bonds. Everybody rushes over because they want that high, like gambling. You put your money into riskier assets, and then they know what's going on. It pushes the value of precious metals down while you're running towards the riskier stuff, putting all your money in it. They're taking their money out of the riskier stuff and putting it into precious metals. Then the bottom falls out and everybody loses their money and precious metals fly. We are there now. There's shortages. Gold, silver, copper, palladium, platinum. Right now, and I mean right now, it's a good time. Even if nothing happens, even if Jesus himself came down here and pulled a wand out of his butt and waved it over our financial system to save it, you still should have